Hello, folks. It's Reese from Reese's Footy Feed, and for once I'm early, and that gives me time to share the stream to the socials to increase engagement. Tonight, we're watching Newcastle against Chelsea, which for sure on paper, despite the two teams having underwhelming seasons and not at all what they would have hoped for in terms of their aspirations at the beginning of the season. It is a game with a lot of talented individuals on the pitch. Uh, I personally would fancy Chelsea to do the honours tonight and win the game, and it's their team that I'll start off by reading out. Petrovic in goal for Chelsea, a centre back pairing of Disassi with Trevor Chalobah, Cucurella, Gusto, a double midfield pivot of Enzo Fernandez and Moise Caicedo, Raheem Sterling, Conor Gallagher, Cole Palmer, and in the central striking role for Chelsea it is Nicholas Jackson. In goal for Newcastle, Martin De Blacker, Dan Burn, Tino Livramento, two centre backs have Fabian Schär and Sven Botman. Now, just for anybody listening, I do apologise in advance because of the similarities in run and facial features. Excuse me if the Newcastle centre backs I do sometimes confuse the pair when I'm referring to them in the game. But in midfield for Newcastle, it's Gimares, Shaw Longstaff, Joe Willock, and then a front three of Anthony Gordon, who is my personal favourite out of all the players on tonight's pitch. Miguel Almiron, and in the central striking position for Newcastle, it's Isaac. I will now turn my TV on. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you are watching, I can't emphasize enough to anybody how blown away I am with all the recent support, engagements, and new subscribers that I've gained, and I hope that my channel and input on football and the footballing community can continue to grow week by week. And I can promise that there will be a minimum of 4 watchalongs on this channel this week. So I'm absolutely here to stay. Right. Sorry, it's now posted on Twitter, folks, and I'm now posting it on Facebook. And then you will have my undivided attention. right now that's now done on perfect timing because the players of both teams are in the tunnel and we're about ready to go. As I say, I think on paper it could be a good game. There's a lot of what I would describe with unfulfilled attacking promise on the pitch tonight. Players with the ability to deliver and from game to game, it's sort of anybody's guess as to whether they're able to do so or not. I can see a full away end from the Newcastle fans, which is absolutely no surprise, given that they have quite a poor away form. You have to admire the loyalty. And I do think Chelsea will put in a good performance tonight, which they tend to once a month. Not that there's much to admire about this Chelsea squad. They're the most deceiving and underwhelming hodgepodge of individuals with not much chemistry uh, that you can ever imagine. But with the names that they have and the talent that they do have at their disposal, it is bound to click for them once in a blue moon. I do think that it is crucial that Eddie Howe picks up as many points as he physically can do, in the remaining running of the game to ensure that Newcastle's owners do persist with him next season. I don't think it's entirely all been you know uh, the blame is entirely focused on him for the way that Newcastle's season has panned out. I don't think that they have the squad depth to have competed on as many fronts as they've tried to. And they were very close and very unlucky not to qualify in the Champions League. And don't forget how stitched up by VI they were in Paris. And maybe if they could have got through that Champions League group, never mind for this bottom of it, which was a very touch and go thing, uh, the season could have gone on a completely different trajectory. Now, Anthony Gordon is my favourite player on the pitch. I hope he has a great game. And compared to Marcus Rashford, I think Anthony Gordon embodies everything that you'd like to see in a winger. He works really, really selfishly for Newcastle all the time. And I personally think that Gareth Southgate could do a lot worse than to take him to the Euros, although he won't do because we know how stubborn Southgate can be when it comes to his selections and how much he hesitates to unleash England's many young attacking talents. Anyway, Enzo Fernandez has got the game underway for Chelsea. He's gone back to, I think that was Trevor Chalobah, played a long lofted ball to Sassy, heads the ball and Raheem Sterling picks it up. Fabian Schär, I think it was for Newcastle, clears. But Enzo Fernandez gets a foot in, but it somehow breaks to Joe Willock, and Anthony Gordon now has a chance to run at Goodstone. He cuts inside, and Guimaraes just mistimes his ball slightly, but again, it brought to Joe Willock. Spen Botman and Dan Burn pass it to each other, and it's a fast start for Newcastle. But now there's the first touch of the game for Cole Palmer. Gusto goes back to the Sassy, who goes back to Petrovic, who finds an angle out to Cucurella, who just about controls it without it going out. Enzo Fernandez back to Chalobah. Chalobah's pass plays Cucurella into a bit of trouble, and it's an intent and aggressive press from Newcastle early doors. I thought it was a throw into Chelsea, but it appears like it's a goal kick. Petrovic is over the ball, but everybody's still stood in that same structured press from before. And Petrovic looks for an option. It goes to Trevor Chalobah, who goes back to Petrovic, and Newcastle are dicing with F. Chelsea are dicing with F, waiting to be pounced on, and it's out to out to play for a throw to Newcastle. And Isaac plays the ball around the corner. Sean Longstaff keeps the ball in. No, he doesn't. It's a throw to Chelsea. But good intent from Newcastle. It looked really lively. Thought it was going to go out for a corner to Newcastle, but not the best control from Longstaff. You would think if Chelsea had any brains that next time it goes to Petrovic, it's got to go long because they just keep on being squeezed. And again, Newcastle benefit from that. The throw into Chelsea is quickly turned into a throw into Newcastle in a nice attacking position. Tino Livramento is going to take the throw for Newcastle. Miguel Almiron and Cucurella have a tussle. How to play again for another throw into Newcastle. Isaac plays the ball around the corner and Sean Longstaff's almost in. Livramento kicks the ball over his own head and getting a bit scrappy for a minute at tennis. Weird clearance back to the Bradker from Guimaraes, but it works out for Newcastle, and Anthony Gordon gets bundled to the floor, but the referee says no free kick, only throwing. This is made to turn round and head the ball into the centre of the pitch. Somehow it works its way back to Petrovic, who finds a nice angle this time for Cucurella. He scoops it forward, but Raheem Sterling can get onto it and surge forward into the middle of the pitch. He finds an angle and plays a decent ball to Cole Palmer, who stretches his legs up against Dan Burn. He finds an angle and plays a dink ball. Tino Livramento says it's going no further. Bruno Guimaraes for Newcastle and Tino Livramento again. Longstaff. Much more control for Chelsea than Newcastle so far. Fabian Schär, I think that was played a nice ball, and Joe Willock tries to play it onto Anthony Gordon, but Gusto slides in and stops out the danger. Seems like the pattern of the game might be that Newcastle have more of the ball while Chelsea try and spring. Tino Livramento, Sean Longstaff's cross comes to no arm and it deflects off Trevor Chalobah into the arm to Petrovic. Chelsea again intent in playing out in these triangles. This time Disasi can break through the press. And it's a nice ball. Suddenly Cole Palmer has a bit of space to run into in the middle of the field. Nice pass out to Gusto, who controls it well. Gusto running up against Dan Burn. Crossing to the box, a bit of a feeble clearance away. And all of a sudden, it's 1-0 to Chelsea. It's Cole Palmer who takes a shot. I'm not sure if it deflects its way off a Chelsea player or whether it's directly from Cole Palmer, but it was a bad clearance from one of the Newcastle defenders. Played a really lame and poor concentrated clearance out. It brought to Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer plays a nice ball out to Gusto, which he crosses in. I think it's a shot by Cole Palmer, but it's maybe directed in by Nicholas Jackson. I don't know, my eyes are deceiving me a bit. Maybe it's Cole Palmer's goal after all, we'll see. But anyway, the upshot of it is it's Chelsea 1, Newcastle 0. Just 7 minutes played. Poor clearance from, I think it was Ben Botman who played it directly to Palmer. And the game's back underway. Newcastle have a chance. Almiron, Shaw Longstaff tussling with Enzo Fernandez. He breaks free. Nicholas Jackson. Chelsea spraying the ball around well, and poor pass from Raheem Sterling cut out by Ben Botman, but Miguel Almiron retains possession for Newcastle. Shaw Longstaff goes back to Fabian Schär. Now Dan Burn on stilts. I thought he was going to go forward, but he didn't choose to do so. Guimaraes for Newcastle shrugs off Caicedo. I think Caicedo's got a finger in the eye or something there, and the game will come to a halt for a minute. Oh no, maybe a finger, a hand in the stomach, perhaps. Thank you to the person watching. If you're new to my channel, please do like, share and subscribe to me. It does mean the world and helps with the growth of the channel. Yeah, it's just a straight arm into the stomach for Moise Caicedo. Sure, he'll be alright in a minute, just temporarily winded. Oh, Sky, given Sky have given the goal to Nicholas Jackson, so it's the the shot from Cole Palmer, and it's great sort of improvisation and quick agility for Jackson to just sort his feet out and get a flick on the ball, and it's in absolutely nothing that the Braga can do. Only the smallest of flicks. But anyway, Almiron able to cross the ball, but Disasi diverts the danger away for Newcastle, and now Nicholas Jackson and Cole Palmer link up. Cole Palmer's attempted through ball to Raheem Sterling doesn't bang and gets cut out, but it's back with Disasi and Cole Palmer. Poor from Nicholas Jackson that time, and Anthony Gordon tries to plough a long furrow down the wing for Newcastle, but his feet take him faster than he can carry himself, and it's out to play for a throw to Chelsea. Quite frenetic so far. Only 10 minutes gone, and neither team can really keep an hold of the ball. Newcastle have it with Guimaraes. Anthony Gordon, Tino Livramento tries to cross, and it's intercepted by Disasi, I think. Quite a desperate clearance, looked like he sliced it, and it was going to go out for a Newcastle corner, but it's not a corner, but instead it's a throw-in quite a promising position. song and stuff. Or ridiculously naive and silly from Almiron not being offside from your own throwing. Really silly letting Chelsea off the hook. Poor concentration. Trevor Chalobah was going to take the free kick for Chelsea, but he decides against it, and now Petrovic is going to play a long forward clearance of the pitch. Which he does. Enzo Fernandez, Conor Gallagher's poor pass. Miguel Almiron plays it off Cucurella, and Newcastle have another throw in, but further down in their own half of the pitch this time. Good passing between Almiron and Livramento. Over with Dan Burn, now Anthony Gordon, who cuts in field, but he loses out to Gusto. Poor from Anthony Gordon, really switching off. Conor Gallagher now, Cole Palmer has an opportunity to cut inside and shoot, which he does, but it's quite tame and it's safely covered by the Branca. Very unusual for Anthony Gordon to switch off like that just after I praised him for all of his teamwork before. But we'll allow him one step up. Miguel Almiron now for Newcastle, up against Enzo Fernandez, and he's forced to call back to Fabian Schär, who plays a long raking pass in the general direction of Anthony Gordon, which is hopeful more than skillful, but it still ends up with Gusto having to hook the ball out of play. Anthony Gordon was never going to get on the end of it, and he looks like he's hurt himself, does Anthony Gordon, somehow. Oh, got himself is there to watch him. We all know that he's not going to be called up, though. Oh, and it's an ambitious one of those slides, defensive strides from Spen Botman. The ball's set up for him, and he tries to hammer it ambitiously from the edge of the area, but nowhere near its high wide and not very handsome. Anthony Gordon looks uncomfortable, so Ivy Barnes will probably be in his element on the bench, hoping that he can come on and try and re-establish his place. Cleared out of play by Schär for the throw into Chelsea. Gordon looks like he's moving a bit better now this time from what we can see, which is good. Excellent idea of a pass from Gusto to try and release Raheem Sterling, but Tino Livramento anticipates it all the way, and it was right back to the Branca, right safely into his arms. Oh, shaky from Newcastle. A bit silly from Schär to underestimate that pass. Now Tino Livramento has been stood on in a nasty way by Cucurella, I think it was. Yeah, he just stands on the back of his heel, and that would have really hurt him, but it was a pure accident. Kieran Trippier has apparently said that Tino Livramento will take over his spot at Newcastle and for England in the not too distant future, and I can understand what he's saying because you can see similarities between the two. Anyway, Cole Palmer did well to win the ball in midfield, and just a shame that the ball won't break for Raheem Sterling then. I bet you're happy as you 1-0 already. I hope you saw the goal and I hope you've had a good day. Chelsea have been by far the better team so far, I have to say. So let's hope I can give you more cheer from a Chelsea perspective. Decisive plays a long ball. Nicholas Jackson is up against Ben Botman and Anthony Gordon. Slides in. Gusto for Chelsea. Almost breaks for a shot for Cole Palmer. Casado slows it down now. Enzo Fernandez. Conor Gallagher comes short. It's at the back with Disasi. Casado. Everybody getting plenty of touches for Chelsea and doing a nice job of working Newcastle around. Trevor Chalobah, lucky to get the free kick, but he is caught, but poor touch. And fouled by Bruno Guimaraes. Chelsea have really settled down well from that early goal. Terrific. It's amazing when Chelsea how sometimes they look like a team full of strangers, and sometimes they look like the well-oiled machine that they're designed to be. They could easily win this game really convincingly and then lose an FA Cup to Leicester. You just don't know what you're going to get. Decisive for Chelsea, plays a long ball down the line. Nice control by Nicholas Jackson. He does get there, but he can only play it to a Newcastle man, and the brag for Newcastle. Controlled by Dan Burn, and now we'll see if Anthony Gordon is alright, but Isaac gets in his way. Anthony Gordon tries to cut inside. Doesn't quite happen, but Gino Livramento gets on it. Livramento plays it against Cucurella, and I believe that we have our first corner kick of the game, and it's taken nearly 20 minutes for that to arrive. Oh no, after all that, it is actually a throw-in. It must have been an optical illusion from the camera. Newcastle retain the ball though. Ben Botman, Dan Burn. Anthony Gordon plays it up the line. Joe Willock. Anthony Gordon again. Crosses it, but easily cleared by Trevor Chalobah. Ben Botman and Fabian Schär managed to work together and muscle Nicholas Jackson off it. Chelsea are doing an excellent job of closing the corridors and stopping Guimaraes from getting on the ball and dictating the play with his long-range passing. He's the one who can open the doors for Newcastle. Joe Willock though and Anthony Gordon. Nice from Willock, but they lose it. And now Chelsea can threaten to advance for a minute, but it breaks down. And Guimaraes. And it's just getting uncycled, scrappy from both teams, really. But Raheem Sterling can carry the ball forward. And Guimaraes and while there's a team shot in there from Chelsea that doesn't come to anything, I was going to say that two Newcastle men try and bring down Raheem Sterling, but it's to no avail. And he does get his shot away, but it's not harmful. And Livramento up the line, cut out by Trevor Chalobah, and it is a throw into Newcastle. But Newcastle have not been able to get themselves into Chelsea's penalty area once yet, from what I can recall. Throw into Newcastle though, Livramento. give him a red, has it, but has to go backwards to Sure, to Botman, to Burn, and it's all quite slow from Newcastle in the build-up, unfortunately, which is allowing Chelsea to get set. Joe Willock and Disasi have a tussle, and that ends in a throw into Newcastle, and Anthony Gordon can have points in the area, but it's cut out by, I think it was Trevor Jelliver. And Moise Casado can look to release Cole Palmer, who can have a run and a jink against Dan Burn, and he sends Dan Burn the wrong way. And Enzo Fernandez can line up a shot after he shuffles the ball onto his other foot, but it's a bit of a waste and way wide of the Raptors goal. But all the efforts and attacking intent are coming from Chelsea, and it is them who look more likely to double their lead as opposed to Newcastle equalise at this moment in time. It was Sven Botman who made that terrible clearance right into the centre of the goal that Cole Palmer was able to strike forward. Never clear it into the middle of the goal if you're a defender and you can help it. That's going to be a free kick to Newcastle. Tino Livramento takes, when I say a dive, I use the term loosely because he was caught, but he tries to hurdle the challenge from Cucurella and can't do good purposeful stuff from Livramento, and it's... How is that not a free kick? He clearly kicked him, but anyway, the referee says throwing to Newcastle. And Chelsea win the ball with Nicholas Jackson. And Cole Palmer has it now, and he can unleash Nicholas Jackson, and it would have been a one-on-one situation, but for the clearance of Botman for Newcastle, and all hands on deck. Cole Palmer is adjudged to have fouled he doesn't look very impressed, but the referee says that Cole Palmer pulled just trying to see who it was. That I missed it with the camera, unfortunately. But anyway, free kick to Newcastle to be taken by the Braga. And it's just showing now that Chelsea have been on top and had much more of the attacking intent. Not necessarily the possession, but the attacking areas have all belonged to Chelsea. And that's a nice ball from Cucurella into Nicholas Jackson. And Nicholas Jackson's adjudged to a foul Tino Livramento. It's soft, but when you're travelling at speed like Livramento was, it only takes a feather touch and you're going to lose your balance. And that is what happens. So it's back with Newcastle, and they have it with Dan Burn. Anthony Gordon has it, but deep. He can worm his way from Cole Palmer, away from Cole Palmer, and Gusto intervenes, and Cole Palmer can get himself on the ball, and Chelsea can begin to spray it around again, and they have it with Enzo Fernandez, and Raheem Sterling has it in plenty of space in the middle of the pitch, and Gusto's advancing for Chelsea, and he's on the wrong side of Dan Burn. Two Newcastle defenders work together to scramble it away, and it only comes to Moise Casado at the end of the penalty area, who trips over his own feet like a bad ballet dancer, and it is a weak and feeble effort on goal. But Chelsea giving it away in dangerous areas, Newcastle, giving it away repeatedly in dangerous areas. And I've seen this a few times with Newcastle this season. They either play full of intensity and like men possessed, But then now and again, they have these performances where they look so lethargic and tired and like they just don't want to be there. And unfortunately for them, it seems like it could be another one of these tonight where they just half asleep. But the game's going to be away from them if they don't wake up soon because they'll be another goal in it for Chelsea. Camera keeps on panning to Anthony Gordon, so is he still injured or not? Because they can't afford to be carrying a player for, playing with 10 men when they're already struggling so much in the game. Chelsea have it, and it's Disasi. Trevor Chalobah is on the ball in the centre of defence. Now Cucurella goes all the way back to Petrovic. Petrovic goes long, and it's attended to by Spen Botman and the back for Newcastle. Now Sheriff for Newcastle comes forward and watches his options. Isak drops deep, which is not a good sign, really. Kind of a walking football tempo just for a minute. Newcastle defenders playing in triangles amongst themselves. Anthony Gordon looks like he's switched sides to see if he can get some more joy. Tino Livramento up against Trevor Chalobah. And between them, Chelsea are given a goal kick, and that was good defending in tandem between Cucurella and Chalobah. Such young enthusiasm, though, from Livramento, and you've got to love it. For some reason, Chelsea are playing it short, but they almost beat the press, but don't because, anyway. Excellent tackle from Gusto to sort of cleanly win the ball from behind against Almiron, and there's an appeal for a corner for Almiron, but again, it's given us a goal kick. Great stuff. I think there's a problem with the ball, or somebody got another ball off the. Interesting that Chelsea are now mixing it up, and this time Petrovic looks like he's set to go long. He does. Spen Botman wins at that time. Trevor Chalobah sends it back from where it came. But it's for Chelsea in midfield. Enzo Fernandez won the header. Sterling back to Cucurella, goes back to Chalobah. Not the best pass back to the Sassy. Chelsea inviting the pressure, but composed and calm enough to play through it. Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez. Casido almost makes a pig's ear of that, but Chelsea survive and still have it. Good play between Cucurella. Great anticipation from Fabian Schürrle and Anthony Gordon muscles in and out strengthens Cucurella, and it was almost Isaac set away for Newcastle. Anthony Gordon again. He's having a lot more impact now that he switches sides. Isak. Conor Gallagher slides in on Isak to prevent him from advancing towards the edge of the box, throwing to Newcastle in a decent position. Nice work. Oh, Chelsea. Well, I think the referee have done Newcastle a massive favour there. I think Newcastle were drastically going to be exposed if Tino Livramento was seen to have lost that ball. He's given a shocking pass in an area where he doesn't want it from Scott Longstaff, and that would have been a real opportunity for Chelsea to break away and score then, because Newcastle have far too many men up the pitch. But they're given a life, and it's a free kick to Newcastle. Just inside the Chelsea half of the pitch to be taken by Bruno Guimaraes, who goes long, and Dan Burn gets his head to it, and there's a tussle, and it somehow breaks to Anthony Gordon, who I'm sorry, it might have been Fabian Schur who won that header, and it ends up breaking to Anthony Gordon, who lets fly, and it deflects away with quite some force, and we do have a first corner of the game, which Anthony Gordon's now gonna send in, and I would imagine with the way that it is set up that it's going to be an in-swinging corner. Oh no, it goes wrong. What do I know? It goes short, sorry, to Joe Work. And Livramento has it, and he stretches his legs, but can't advance. Guimaraes plays in an attempted slotted ball for Isaac, but Nicholas Jackson does his defensive work well, and Newcastle have another throw in. See, it's settled down into Newcastle, looking more purposeful on things, but they're just looking a little bit toothless, and you fancy Chelsea to really cause them a bit of harm on the turnovers. Botman and Burn. Not much midfield activity for Newcastle. They're being negated in the midfield and having to go long. Silly from Cucurella, Gordon going absolutely nowhere, but Cucurella wants to swap his shirt before half time, and Newcastle have a free kick. Anthony Gordon seems to be waving to the Newcastle bench to say that I've hurt my knee. I'm sorry, he's shaking his head, and that's going to be his night over with, which is a shame because I really love Anthony Gordon, and he can so much see the passion and love for the game that he has, and he certainly wouldn't come off the pitch unless he was properly injured. So I would imagine it's going to be Harvey Barnes to come on to take his place, but I've not seen the benches, so I'm not sure if he's available or not. But he looks sore, does Gordon, and he keeps shaking his head, so it's obvious that he's done, unfortunately. I can have a cup of tea like this, slurp my tea while there's a break in the game. Oh no, it's Jacob Murphy who's coming on. Which, with respect to Jacob Murphy, he does sort of highlight what Newcastle need to do when they fatten up the depth and the quality of the squad, because he's an honest professional. I'm sure Jacob Murphy, but he's not of elite quality. And he'll no doubt shut me up now by scoring a screamer of a free kick or chipping Petrovic from a ridiculous angle at some point in the game. But anyway, Jacob Murphy has replaced Anthony Gordon, and his first act is to play the free kick into the box. And to be fair to him, it was in an excellent area. He got plenty of flight on it, but nobody in a black and white shirt anticipated it really well enough. It did come near to Fabian Schur and kind of near to Dan Burn, but they just couldn't get themselves to it. But decent first introduction from Murphy though. Petrovic, poor clearance, Sean on stuff, Cucurella, Sean on stuff disarms Cucurella on the ball though. Tino Livramento, nice feet, risky ball into Fabian Schur. It could have been disastrous if Chelsea would have got the first contact on that. They would have been away, but Newcastle can breathe again and started to build up from the back. Isaac again having to come really short for a touch of the ball. Now Murphy has a bit of space to work into and nobody closes the cross down and it goes right across to Almiron and it's an excellent ball into the box, which Joe work. Two excellent balls into the box. One from Murphy right across the box, and then another from Almiron, who finds Joe Willock, and Joe Willock and Cucurella joust for the ball, and it looked like a corner to me. Joe Willock thought so, but the official says no, and it's a goal kick to Chelsea, which is miscontrolled by Raheem Sterling, and Newcastle have the ball back and can build up from the back. And it is a changing game because 10 minutes ago Chelsea were all over Newcastle, and now Chelsea can't get out of their own half for the moment, but they threatened to do so before a poor ball from Casado after he did the hard work to win the ball in a challenge in midfield. And again, for the second time, it's a mess from Casado. But Tino Livramento extends his legs and pulls away from Raheem Sterling, and Raheem Sterling trips him up. And that's the first booking of the game for Sterling. Good adventure from Livramento, just to see the challenge coming and work the ball away. Nice play, and it'd be a good position for Jacob Murphy to see if he can put another one of them testing balls into the box. Please like and share and subscribe to my channel if you are new here by any chance, because it really helps. Hopefully I can get 70 subscribers by the end of this week in the next 3 or 4 watch-alongs. Murphy's going to try his luck again. Everybody's a bit deep for Newcastle this time, seeing if they can arrive late, and it's a nice ball in again, and it's met by Isaac, but nothing more than onto his head, if you will, not with the right power to the head to get the direction on the ball, and it just loops harmlessly over the goal by some distance. I think that might count as Newcastle's first proper shot, though. Long goal kick by Petrovic. Tino Livramento wins out against Raheem Sterling. Front to Newcastle. Because it is Cucurella, and he goes off the pitch with it. So front to Newcastle inside their own half, though. Nice play from Bruno Guimaraes to work it away from Raheem Sterling. Enzo Fernandez anticipates. Oh, impedant flick by Enzo Fernandez. Nice idea, but he flicks it right out of play. And Newcastle can build against that with Dan Burn. not really going anywhere with Newcastle at Newcastle, but just trying to find a better angle. Have to go back to the Bracker. Like I said, there's still not much midfield action for Newcastle. You feel like you're barely seen. But as I say, you're barely seen Bruno Guimaraes. He plays a raking crossfield pass, and now Tino Livramento has it. And Isaac is disarmed. It's a sloppy first touch from him. He dwells on the ball a bit. But Conor Gallagher does well to disarm Jacob Murphy and shows he can build again. Not really noticed Conor Gallagher on the field either, to be fair. And wayward crossfield ball, and it's turning into head tennis and pinball for a minute. Nobody can get a foot on the ball, but Newcastle, it's 1-1. It's just as I was saying how scrappy it is. It's an excellent low shot from Isaac, and it's 1-1. Brilliant goal. Superb calmness, that finish, because he did not appear to have a lot of the goal to aim at. But it's 1-1. And it's pinball, head tennis. Nice pass from Bruno Guimaraes. Decisive, fails to be able to close the shot from Isaac down, and he just sort of coolly uses the side of his foot to place it really more than blast it with precision, and it curls around the goalkeeper because he's unsighted. And 2 minutes before half time, it's now 1-1. Perfect time to score for Newcastle. Horrendous time to concede for Chelsea, but it's been coming because they've been sat back for about the past 15 minutes. And the game's underway, and Nicholas Jackson loses out to Fabian Schär. Dan Brown sends it long. Trevor Chalobah and Decisive have a miscommunication, and it's out to play for a throw into Newcastle. Sloppy from Trevor Chalobah, and a decent position for Newcastle. Decisive just about prevents the subsequent play from going out for a corner, and Newcastle have got on with it quickly. Cleared out to play though, and Newcastle are alive now, really pressing Chelsea high up the pitch and forcing them into mistakes. Almiron goes backwards for Newcastle, but you can understand why, because he had quite a few blue players pressing him onto the other side of the pitch. It is with Longstaff. Jacob Murphy does well to wriggle away, but it's a poor pass. Giving it back to Newcastle, and Cole Palmer brings it down. Wonderful composed slide rule ball, and Nicholas Jackson's away. Excellent play from Cole Palmer to bring that pass under control and ping it through. And it's a fabulous finish and goal from Nicholas Jackson, but sadly, the quality of it will not be rewarded. Excellent control from Cole Palmer, but you can see that Nicholas Jackson, unless he is being played onside, which I don't think he is about 2 yards offside, and it's a shame for that quality to go to waste, but Newcastle survive, and it's still 1-1, and we're into 4 minutes of added time, of which we've nearly played a minute. Newcastle in possession, which Shakley given away, and Conor Gallagher can advance Excellent from Joe Willock to read the danger. And he's beginning to show himself in the game and pop up all over the place. Both teams are inviting a lot of pressure from the press. Excellent. Dan Burn can stretch his legs down the side. Victorino Livramento played that really lovely pass to get him away. Dan Burn takes the run for Newcastle, but it goes to Chelsea immediately. Enzo Fernandez and poor from Nicholas Jackson to be budged off the ball. But Chelsea do retain it now. Cucurella, Chalobah, who seems to be the worst culprit at passing the ball back to the keeper. Petrovic goes one, but Dan Burn wins it for Newcastle and Joe Willock. Bruno Guimaraes, and it would look on for one of his raking passes across the field. It is Tino Livramento can't properly control it all, but Newcastle do benefit from the throw in. Sure, for Newcastle goes long, and Newcastle have a great opportunity. Excellent vision to play the pass the length of the pitch from Fabian Schär. Joe Willock takes an heavy touch with his chest, and Disasi has to slide in, and it should have been a corner to Newcastle, but it must have been an offside in actual fact. Really good, ambitious pass from Schär for Newcastle. It's pointing the eye line in the Chelsea defence. Not long before half time, but skillful pass from Conor Gallagher to give it to Gusto, and Gusto can latch onto the ball. Gusto is advancing into the penalty area. Botman intervenes to stop him from going any further. Ball hits Botman's chest. Gusto has the ball on the angle in the penalty area. It goes into the area. Conor Gallagher to Raheem Sterling. And Dubravka just about gets enough of his body weight behind the ball to stop it from being dangerous. It would have been better for Raheem Sterling if he didn't need to take a touch to bring it down. If he could have hit it first time, it could have been genuine issues for Newcastle, but that's not to be. And that's half time. Sorry to be ignorant to people who are taking the time to watch my channel, but because of my cerebral palsy, I don't talk during the half-time break. I just like to get my voice back and have a cup of tea and keep my voice fresh for the second half. But thank you for watching, and if you want to listen to what I'm actually saying, make sure you come back when the second half starts. And if you could do me a favour by liking and sharing and subscribing to my channel, it would mean the world. But it's been quite an entertaining game that I've enjoyed it, and really interesting how both teams have had the period. Like Chelsea came out on fire, the game could have got away from Newcastle. Then Newcastle grew into the game. Chelsea were penned in their own half, and they grew into the game so much that they equalised. And then just after Newcastle scored, it was a bit end to end and open at the end of the second half, if you understand my meaning. So I'll speak to you soon, and thank you for watching. Sorry, I'm just supporting another YouTuber's channel while it's half time. Just leave it. Just to leave a like and a comment in there. Flaming Link is 1-1 at half time. Quite an interesting game that's like ebbed and flowed between both teams. They both had the periods of being on top. And it's Chelsea came out like an house on fire. Then Newcastle dominated the middle bit, equalised. And then it just got open before half time. Excellent goal two excellent goals, really. Classic centre forward play from Isaac, but an excellent piece of improvisation for the first goal for Nicholas Jackson, just to sort his feet out to do a cheeky flick from Cole Palmer's shot. So there's been some good play and quite a few good situations in the game, but we've done well to have 2 goals, if that makes sense, because there's not been so many clear-cut chances, if you will. Shame that Anthony Gordon's not on the pitch. Newcastle looked really like lazy and exhausted for the first 15-20 minutes. I don't think Chelsea winning or losing this game makes a difference to them being in the mud. I don't think there's anything that they can really do to salvage anything important from this season. But on the basis of tonight, they've played well, but they're just quite toothless, aren't they? And after they've spent £1 billion, I'm not really sure that Trevor Chalobah should be anywhere near starting at centre back for them. So he just kind of epitomises what a mess they are in as a club. To be fair with you, it's just a mishmash of players with not a great deal of chemistry between them. And to be quite fair with you, like Newcastle are also in a bit of a state, and I do fear for headache. I don't know what Jordy makes if he's still in the comments, but Jordy, do you see any way that come August that Eddie Howe will still be able to be Newcastle's manager, or do you think he's essentially now just counting down the days until he gets sacked. Because that's how it seems to me that Newcastle have exceeded expectations last season, not been able to live up to them this season, and now we're in a rut where they're needing to go to the next level, but they can't really do anything to make this season a success. Bearing in mind that they've got a City away in the FA Cup at weekend, you can't see them progressing any further there. And maybe the very best that they can hope for in the Premier League is sixth place, which of course might not even be Europa League this year. So both teams are in a bit of a road and maybe in need of a new direction, but it hasn't been a bad game. Just could do to have a few more proper goal mouth chances. Ah, nice to see you old school, Gunner. Sorry if I disturb your stream, but I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. And I saw what you said about me becoming part of a live stream on the Dad's Army channel, and I'd love to do that on a regular basis, but obviously don't force him to do it because he decides who gets to go on his own channel. But whatever you can arrange, I'm flexible and I'll be there if you both want me to be. But I look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. Just while it's half time, I just want to say to people without attention seeking or anything like that, I can't tell you how much of a boost and a sense of meaning and something to aim for and something to look forward to in terms of a new sense of purpose and passion that doing these YouTube videos has given me. Sometimes you don't realize I don't know how to put it. It's very surreal to think that people will tune in to listen to my opinions on a football match, and I'm getting more and more comfortable doing it and passionate every time I come and commentate, it gets easier for me. And I love doing it. And I'm just blown away by the fact that people actually watch and the way that the channel grows. And I've got so much to learn about YouTube, but I definitely feel like I've found something that might be natural to me, and I'm so much happier since I made the decision to commit to doing it. And I've been deceived in the second half is underway. Newcastle have the ball. Hold on for a minute because Trevor Chalobah goes back to his keeper. Petrovic plays a long ball upfield. Joe Willock plays like an up and under hopeful ball, which is headed out by Trevor Chalobah for a throw into Newcastle. No substitutions for either team at half time. Ben Botman now uses Dan Burn. Dan Burn plays it down the line to no one in particular. Trevor Chalobah again back to his keeper. And it's a bit messy from Newcastle, and I've got my out in the Chelsea, and I've got my out in my mouth the way they play it along at the back when they're being pressed. But Cole Palmer has the ball. Casado. Enzo Fernandez needs to do more to try and dictate the play for Chelsea in this half. Terrible by Moses Casado to be bundled off the ball. Now Isaac and Almiron for Newcastle. Good attempt. All of Chelsea's own making. And it's guided over his bar by Petrovic. Good strike with some venom in it, but just not the right force to get past the keeper. Comfortable save when you'd expect him to make, but it's corner to Newcastle after 2 minutes in the second half. Jacob Murphy. Jacob Murphy goes short with his corner. Almiron crosses the ball for Newcastle. Really dangerous ball. Excellent ball from Bruno Guimaraes, excuse me. Superb. But unfortunately for Newcastle, nobody in the way of Botman or Isaac especially could have just anticipated the ball and any contact from a Newcastle man in a box then, and it would have been a goal. As it is, Chelsea survive. They go on from Petrovic, but inexplicably he plays it straight out of play, and Newcastle have it back. And it's a throw into Newcastle. And not all the purpose and energy has been from Newcastle at the start of the game and start of the half. Raheem Sterling no has it in midfield. Nicholas Jackson is adjudged to be a foul by Scotland stuff. I think it was an accidental challenge. It is an accident, but he stands on the heel of Nicholas Jackson, so it's a free kick to Chelsea and roughly the halfway line. Conor Gallagher is going to take it. After all that, it's short to Gusto. Desasio scratches his legs up against Dunburn but can't get his own way. Newcastle work together with Dunburn and Almiron, but it ends up being a throw to Chelsea. Conor Gallagher. Good idea between Cole Palmer and Conor Gallagher, but it doesn't materialise, and it's a throw into Newcastle. And Bruno Guimaraes changes it, spreading it wide to Tino Livramento, who's got confidence in everything. Everything he's done. And Guimaraes on the ball for Newcastle, which is only a good sign. Link up between Livramento and Longstaff. Livramento has opportunity to play a ball in, and unfortunately for him, Isaac isn't just on the same wavelength as Livramento, so it breaks down and it's a bit of a waste. But again, all the imagination so far coming from Newcastle, and it's played along from Desassi, won by Nicholas Jackson, who heads on to no one in particular, and Newcastle have it back. Excellent from Enzo Fernandez, who snaps in to win it, and Cole Palmer can think about running into the box, and he chops. Oh, excellent play from Cole Palmer, who jinked and chopped. And Dan Burn had no answer to it. Sean Longstaff had no answer to it. And it's excellent play, excellent ball into the danger zone by Cole Palmer. Conor Gallagher almost got there for a simple tap-in, but just quarter of a second too late. Would have been a certain goal. But now Newcastle are off up the pitch with Isaac. Isaac uses or tries to use Jacob Murphy, but can't do so because Gusto intervenes, and he uses his name to run down the pitch with Gusto. Nicholas Jackson back to Cole Palmer, who cuts and chops, and it's Miguel Almiron who intervenes, and the game's getting very open indeed. I can catch my breath for a second because it's been attack after attack for the past couple of minutes. almost becoming like a really stretched game of basketball because both teams understandably in the positions that they're in really going for it because there's not much to lose for either of them. Not a nice pass from Bruno Guimaraes, but really bad control for Almiron just lets Chelsea off the hook, and they have a throw-in which has ended up back to with Petrovic. Poor header from Cucurella right into the danger zone. Chelsea causing their own problems and have to hack it clear, but Newcastle get it back immediately. Bruno Guimaraes, nice play. Now it's Almiron who this time controls it well. Almiron jinks and runs, and only a good intervention from the Sassy negates the danger. Gusto running forward now. Cole Palmer able to release Raheem Sterling who runs wide, shot wide, not really that near, but it looked dangerous for a second. The Newcastle defenders are not able to keep pace with the likes of Jackson and Palmer and Sterling when they run forward. Desperate. Sure looked very desperate and he completely lost his balance when he was trying to stop Sterling's progress. Guimaraes to burn. To Willock who just puts too much impetus on that pass and it's out of play from Florence Chelsea. Decisive can't do anything else other than go long, and it's good centre forward play to draw the foul from Nicholas Jackson and a free kick to Chelsea in the middle of the pitch. Poor control by Conor Gallagher that time. And even worse play from Almiron who presents it to Raheem Sterling who can spin. Gallagher can wait for the support of Gusto. There is no support. Cole Palmer should have been there. But Conor Gallagher has it on the edge of the area. He goes back to Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer tries to work some space and an angle for the shot, but it's not there. So Casado plays it to Gallagher, who plays a whip ball into the box, headed away by Botman. Poor from Cole Palmer to present it to Almiron, who wants a free kick, but it's not forthcoming. Gusto does well to skip on. Weak cross though. Desasio reinforce the attack and make sure it stays with Chelsea. Cole Palmer can get his head up, slow the play down and just plays it to the side of him. Newcastle are in a good shape, trying to work it. Gusto try and get across in and it does. Should have been harmless enough, but I think it's Botman who intervened for Newcastle. I think it was going all the way through to the keeper, but he takes no chances. Cole Palmer, and out to nothing. I'm sorry I missed the goal, but it's in and it's 2-1 to Chelsea. Cole Palmer with his customary arm thing that he does when he celebrates. Snapshot on the edge of the area. Goalkeeper left unsighted, and it's 2-1. And England have yet another star boy. Fabulous play from Cole Palmer. No backlift either. Very simple. So it comes from a throwing Casado to Enzo Fernandez. And it's just poor from Newcastle. They're just asleep in the defence. Nobody realises that Cole Palmer has picked up the space. And it's just a hard, low shot right into the corner. Goalkeeper's in the middle of the goal. Cole Palmer's shot before he can blink, and before the goalkeeper's moved, it's in the net. Really, really good play. 11 Premier League goals in your breakthrough season in such a struggling team. Fantastic goal. Newcastle have everything to do to chase the game, but they have a chance immediately to see if they can come up with an answer. But not just yet, as Enzo Fernandez does the mopping up work and straight away Raheem Sterling. That's a one-on-one situation, and I think it's going to be 3-1. Takes it around the keeper. I think Chelsea have ended up hitting the post then, or is it cleared off the line? So what happens is Newcastle are caught at 6s and 7s, all up the pitch. Nicholas Jackson wins an header. Dubravka does very well to put Raheem Sterling off, and his attempts cleared off the line, but in a way where it just sort of hits the knee of Dan Burn, and they live to fight another day. But that all comes from how big Dubravka was able to make himself, and it's very stretched, because as I tell you about that, Isak has just been able to fire over the top, but no damage done for Chelsea. Raheem Sterling dwells on it too much, takes it round the bracker, and Dan Burn can just get his 6'7" frame in the way and make sure that the ball doesn't go in the net. But Raheem Sterling kind of lost his footing at one point there, and if he would have kept his balance, I'm sure it would have been directly in straight away. Almost dispossessed for Chelsea there. Tino Livramento stretches his legs. Conor Gallagher go for Chelsea, and that'll be a free kick from Nicholas Jackson, who's taking a bit of punishment. Conor Gallagher for Chelsea. Decided to Enzo Fernandez. Cole Palmer with an extra swing in his step after the goal, plays the ball looking for Gusto, but there's too much weight on it, and Gusto ends up fouling Dan Burn because there was a bit too much weight on that pass from Cole Palmer. He's fantastic. Really, really good player, Scott Kirk. I would say that in the end, he might even, in 2 years' time at the same age, be ahead of Phil. I know Phil Foden's been amazing this last sort of 4 months, but I think Cole Palmer can be as good, if not better, than Phil Foden. It just shows when young players are allowed to play, they develop a lot faster than when they're on the bench. Anyway, the bracket goes long. Cucurella cuts that ball out for Chelsea. But all that can happen is it's whacked into the stand in a bit of an unceremonious way, and it's a throw into Chelsea. all the way back to Pedro for Chelsea, who sort of slices that clearance. Newcastle up at the back, and it's sure who makes a good angle for an attempted raking pass to Almiron. He doesn't quite get there, but in the end, he shuffles it back to Longstaff. Maybe he'll try one again, we'll sure, on the other side of the field. No, he has no options, but eventually he does ping it. Almiron will probably find that his legs are too short for him. He does get there, sort of in a fashion, and Gusto has to play it out for a throw into Newcastle in quite decent territory. A good result, Scott, in a point more than I thought, but not a point that's going to do any good. And we lost the game because, well, we surrendered the win because of Vincent Company's tactics, insisting on shutting up the shot when we're not good enough to defend. And every time we're winning, he just thinks that we can defend, and we always lose the late goal. It's about the fourth time it's happened. So I'm happy, but I'm frustrated at the same time. Enzo Fernandez, now Cucurella for Chelsea. Don't know what he saw because he just plays it down the line to a black and white shirt. The Brabkas is standing on the ball and really slowing the game down, and it's my new pet hate in football. Because I don't know why people slow the game all the time, even when they're losing. Guimaraes. Now it's broken to Livramento. It looks like he'll be able to get across in, and he can. And great anticipation from Livramento takes it away from Joe Willock, I think it was, who would have had an excellent chance to get a clean strike away on goal. But Disassi now for Chelsea, back to Petrovic, who gets too much distance on that. Newcastle have it, and it's sure now to Guimaraes, who will play the Hollywood pass to attempt to find Jacob Murphy, but unfortunately it's over his head and out for a throw-in for Chelsea. Game's definitely not dead. There's definitely at least one more goal in it, you can tell, because both teams are working good openings, but I won't like to tell you just yet which way is most likely to go. Cucurella does like a belly dancer spin to try and work it away, but all he can do is clear out for another throw-in. Free kick to Newcastle when I thought it would have went around, and so did Moses Casido. Perfect position for Jacob Murphy to try and do one of his accurate pinpoint crosses that we saw in the first half. That twice could have very easily led to a Newcastle goal. Jacob Murphy. Excellent ball in, and it's a Newcastle head. Gets to it first. Looks like it's Dan Burn who got there first. But also looks like the big fella's hurt himself. He has to make a bit of a rod and jumps on Desassi's back, and he's down and he's in pain. Maybe he's busted his nose or something. looks like he's alright, but I think there's a cut on his knee anyway. There's definitely going to be double substitution for Newcastle. Ivy Barnes definitely is one of them. Oh no, it's actually Elliot Anderson who's come on for Almiron, and Emil Crawford's come on for Dunbar, and then Mudrick's coming on for Chelsea, so you would imagine that that's instead of Raheem Sterling, I would think. Elliot Anderson and Ivy Barnes do look very similar. Anyway, that's really good by Nasasi, and almost Raheem Sterling had an opportunity to be away and through on goal, but for a fabulous anticipation of Livramento. Yeah, was right with that one. Raheem Sterling's coming off, and Mudrick, who I haven't ever really listened to anything to get excited about in a Chelsea shirt yet, comes on and he has 20 minutes plus probably 5 minutes normal time to show something. Another of those long ranging passes from Shaw, which Jacob Murphy can get onto. I think it went out in the end. Yeah. Oh, Petrovic has got booked for taking the piss and time wasting. A sign that Chelsea are in the mud having to do that against Newcastle with 20 minutes left. And then he slips on his ass as he eventually clears it. Now Mudrick. Nicholas Jackson, Mudrick, nice crisp play. Cole Palmer shimmies and shakes and gets disarmed by Joe Willock. And Livramento, with great purpose, skips past about 3 Chelsea men and is eventually brought to the floor by Moses Caicedo. And that's the yellow card. For me, Livramento has been the best player all night for Newcastle. Fantastic positivity and nice dribbling, slaloming away from 3 challenges, and cynical foul deserves a booking. And Caicedo has been pants tonight and pants in the whole of his Chelsea career so far. And now it's a great position for Jacob Murphy to whip another one of these in. The quality of his delivery has been brilliant all that long. Can he make this one the same way? Or he goes short to Bruno, but now he's somewhat wasted. When he's been that good, I would have played it straight in if I were him, but he'll have another chance because Newcastle have a corner off from Mudrick. Out, and it's Murphy over the resulting corner. wrestling match in the area. Terrible corner can at the first man, but it's back with him and he can create another angle, but too flat and it's straight into the arms of the keeper. So that'll shut me up from bigging Jacob Murphy up. Now Chris Willock has it on the outside of the penalty area and it's almost returned to him, but Enzo Fernandez now Casado plays an awful pass, intercepted by Fabian Schär. Chris Willock for Newcastle. Guimaraes fouled off the ball, but still gets it out to Emil Kraft. Sven Botman. Guimaraes for Newcastle advances up the pitch, trying to pick out a pass. Works a nice angle. It's Kraft. Longstaff. Newcastle get their head to it first. Chance of a penalty for a second. It looked like Chris Willock was going to glide with a Chelsea leg, but not to be given, and Chelsea creaking a bit but get it away, and they're pretty much camped in the last few minutes trying to resist the Chelsea pressure. Anderson for Newcastle goes backwards to Botman, to Schär, to Kraft. Nice between Murphy and Longstaff, and it goes in. Again, Newcastle get themselves to it first. A wayward effort from Livramento, though. Good idea, but only into a defender. And now Nicholas Jackson has stretched his legs all the way up the other end against Kraft, Conor Gallagher, Mudryk. Oh! Absolutely sublime skill. 3-1. He's shut me up. He's heard me criticising him, saying he's never done anything, but it's 3-1 to Chelsea. And that was beautiful from Mudryk. Wonderful composure and skill the way he sucked the challenges in. He took it around the keeper and he was so calm. And that's a fantastic counter-attacking goal in general. Starting with Nicholas Jackson. He runs away from Kraft. It's played to Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher has it taken off his toes by Mudryk. And the Newcastle defence kind of just disintegrate. But the wonderful thing about it is he slaloms his way through. But if he takes any more of a heavy touch and doesn't control the ball so brilliantly, Mudryk, then he's going to run out of pitch when he takes it around the bracket. He could have easily run the ball too far, but he just keeps the ball like it's on a piece of string glued to his foot. And it's fantastic composure, just to slalom like a skier. And it's 3-1. And on the evidence of what we've seen, you have to think that that's game over. But what a wonderful goal. Still probably about 17 or 18 minutes of football left. But maybe a bridge too far at Stamford Bridge for Newcastle. Jacob Murphy now has opportunity to cross the ball up against Cucurella. Can't do so because there's too much loop on it, and that's excellent handling work from Petrovic. And now he has it again. Goal scorer Mudryk has it, and he can advance. Will he be greedy and go again, or will he play a teammate it, or he sort of cuts it up and just gives it away cheaply? And Newcastle have it again. Excellent from from the Sassy, and Cole Palmer was a whisker away from getting onto that. And that would have been a certain goal because it almost brought to him in the penalty area. Cole Palmer disarms Bruno Guimaraes and he advances, but decides to do the sensible thing and just retains the ball. Gusto. Newcastle look dead on the feet again and like they know the game's gone. Oh, that looks painful for Casado. Young Lewis Miley's coming on for Newcastle. I'm not sure who the other one is. I would imagine it's Miley for Longstaff. Or Miley for Work. And I have to confess, there's a youth academy product called White for Newcastle who I've never seen before, and I don't know who he is or what he does. But Bruno Guimaraes has also left the pitch for Newcastle, which tells you, I'm afraid to say, that Eddie Howe is turning its attention to the FA Cup game on Saturday, because he knows the game's over and he probably feels like it's a case of win at Man City to save my job, because it is just not going in the right direction for Newcastle, is it? Petering out badly. And this is young White on the ball now. Good play. Think he might be a striker by the look of it. Seems to be playing in an advanced position. From Enzo to Miley. Too much on that ball from Miley. Nice pass into Palmer from Enzo Fernandez. Now Conor Gallagher slows it down though. Back to Palmer. And you do feel like it might be a case of, can Chelsea be bothered to attack more, or are they just going to work the ball around and tire Newcastle out and run down the clock? Nice crossfield ball from Gusto, and that Cole Palmer can't take it under control, and Newcastle have it. Anderson and Miley in midfield for Newcastle now. Isak can't take the forward ball with him. It's behind him and it's mopped up by Nasasi and cleared by Chelsea to no one in particular, who seem like they're more bothered about managing the game than going for the jugular now. That White for Newcastle is a big lad, must be 6'2" or 3", so if they can get crosses into and there was a good ball by Jacob Murphy and just misdirected by Isak. Couldn't quite angle his body in the right way, but that a nice idea and Chelsea now exploit up the other end. Conor Gallagher running forward. He's disarmed a bit by Fabian Schär because he spent a bit too long dwelling on the ball making his mind up about what he was going to do. Chelsea have it now, and almost Newcastle being architects of their own downfall. Anderson for Newcastle running in field. Think it should be a free kick to Newcastle on the edge of the area, but Murphy has it. Murphy's cross, it's the first man. Kraft or works it back to Murphy will try again. Corner to Newcastle. Think it's a bit late in the day, but they are rallying well. Didn't quite see what happened to Cucurella. Cole Palmer's going for another shower. Not quite sure who that is for Chelsea, in all honesty. There's a goal line scramble though, broke out at the other end for Newcastle. In all honesty, that appears to be that. Cassasi for Chelsea, who's just come on. Italian with a name like that, I would imagine. Modric has a chance to run, and he does. He's away from. Oh, he's electrifyingly fast when he gets going, is Modric. Say that for him. Oh, a meaty challenge between Gusto and Anderson, and I would imagine because Anderson is a bit back, he's gonna see a yellow card for that. And Modric just went alpha level into the advertising fence. Caught late by Murphy, but Murphy tried really hard to stick with him. Nice play between Gusto and Enzo Fernandez and Cassis. Young kid who's just come on, played it to a nice and sharp way. And it's just mainly one touch passing behaviour from Chelsea now, tearing Newcastle out, keeping the ball moving. Newcastle are ready for a a cup of hot chocolate and the shower. You won't be surprised if Chelsea can beat the Newcastle press once more and go up the other end, find the gap, and it ends up being 4-1. That seems more likely to me than Newcastle scoring. Although this is nice. Anderson almost plays in Tino Livramento, but Gusto sees it coming and closes it up. A rugby style clearance from Trevor Chalobah gives it Newcastle, but deep in the defensive third, and Lewis Smiley progresses it. Jacob Murphy, opportunity to cross, hits the backside of Cucurella, and it's out for a throw-in to Newcastle with 1 minute of the normal time left, and I would imagine about 5 minutes of injury time. Please like and subscribe and share the name of my channel around to your friends and your family if you're enjoying it. I'll be eager to do. And God, fantastic goal, fantastic rifle shot that's going to be academic for the outcome of the match, but that is an absolute bullet from Jacob Murphy, who's been a constant threat with his deliveries throughout the game. Lewis Miley, excellent strength, a bit weak from Cucurella, but that's an assist for Lewis Miley. Cucurella has spun away from, and it opens up for Jacob Murphy to unleash a bullet of a shot in which the keeper has absolutely no chance. Carney Chumumika's on for Chelsea, and actually there's still 5 minutes of football to be played here. So maybe the game is not over. Maybe Newcastle can salvage something. The game seemed dead, but football never works that way. And Mudrick now for Chelsea. Slalom skiing again up the other end. Excellent attempt from Conor Gallagher, sends to Bracken sprawling and catches it, but Newcastle bring the ball away immediately. And it's Jacob Murphy. And it's a bit desperate and erratic from Trevor Chalobah to prevent Jacob Murphy from progressing deep into the danger area again, but he stops him just about. But Newcastle have a throw-in, and that ball's gone to Jacob Murphy, and that's a poor cross across the ground. Lewis Miley loses out. I think it's Carney Chumika who gets disarmed. Nice to see him back on the field after his long injury layoff. Got a bad injury really early in the season against West Ham. But can these young Newcastle kids mainly now salvage the most unlikely of points? Fabian Schär, Sven Botman, Elliot Anderson, Tino Livramento, now young White for Newcastle. Gets his team a throw-in, and you feel like for the next 3.5, 4 minutes, Newcastle are going to be pretty much camped in the Chelsea half, you would imagine. Emil Crawford's done really well, and it's opened up for Newcastle. White. Poor ball into the box from Isak for Newcastle, and it's easily claimed by Petrovic, who will wind down the clock as much as he dare, seeing as he's already on a yellow card. But we'll see. 2 minutes left, and you feel like there is an attack or two left in Newcastle, and that's, I thought, going to be a free kick to Newcastle for a foul on Jacob Murphy, but the referee doesn't see it, and Newcastle have a throw in to defend instead of a free kick to take. Newcastle have the ball from a throw in. Last attack time, really. 2 minutes left. Chelsea doing a good job just to keep it for a minute and try and starve Newcastle a bit. Obviously, they can't score if they don't have it. Moderate, nice control. Chuwamika tries to return the favour to Mudryk, but there's a body check from Newcastle on Mudryk, and that's a crucial free kick. Young White, cynical brought Mudryk. Joe White is gone, right? I remember that. Joe White's booked for stopping the progress of Mudryk, and the ball is up the right end of the field as far as Chelsea are concerned. I don't think the ball will go into the box. I think Conor Gallagher is going to give it to Enzo Fernandez, who will try and keep it in the corner flag for the rest of the game. He tries to play it off Tino Livramento for a throw-in, but the throw-in's the other way. But never mind, because from a Chelsea perspective, the ball is still very much in the right area of the field. Chuwamika for Chelsea can bring the long ball down, and Newcastle are going to get one more chance to get it into the right half. Lewis Miley plays a long ball, and it's the right idea. Trevor Chalobah, who's looked very unconvincing all night, almost felt like he was going to make a botch job of it, but he slices the clearance away, out of harm's way. But Newcastle will have one more long ball that they can pump forward. And the referee says that's that. Entertaining game, another 5 goals. Every time I commentate on a game, it usually seems to bring drama and goals. So, final score of Chelsea 3, Newcastle 2 doesn't do a great deal for either team apart from put what I would imagine might be severe pressure on Eddie House-John moving forward. And I fear for him greatly if Newcastle were to lose it as Man City in FA Cup, which you'd have to say is not quite a formality, but you know, it would be a shock if Newcastle could go to City and win. And I don't think Eddie Howe will be starting August next season as Newcastle United manager. In fact, I'll be pretty surprised if he ended the season as such. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. The support that I'm getting really makes me happy and means the world. I will be on Old School Gunners channel talking about Arsenal's prospects of beating Porto tomorrow night. and probably general football things like the Premier League title race. And I will see everybody on here tomorrow night for a Champions League watch-along of Arsenal against Porto. So that's all from me for tonight. Thank you for watching, and sleep well and enjoy the rest of your evenings. Bye for now.